Hello, this is Palagi. Thank you for tuning into my channel, and today I'm excited to show the Spyderco Manix 2 Gen 2. Okay, this is an awesome knife, and why I'm so excited about this, not only is it an awesome knife, the value is truly outstanding on this thing. Okay, it's almost like it slipped through the cracks as far as pricing as with the Spyderco line, and we'll get into value a little more. But suffice to say, you now have all these options. You know, perfectly G-10 or perfectly textured G-10 scales coupled with one of my favorite premium folding steels, which is S30V. Now, all of this, mind you, with the superb fit and finish made right here in the USA. Actually, Golden, Colorado, as a matter of fact. It's right there on, right on the blade. So you're getting the premium materials all the way through this knife with an extremely functional design, all at a price point of about $75. That's exactly what I paid for this. And this is why value is just off the charts. Now, to drive my point home, I just reviewed the Sage 3, okay? Once again, I know these are like laminate, I guess carbon fiber laminate. To be honest, I prefer the G10. S30V steel, full flat grind, great action, bolt action lock, okay? You're going to notice a lot of similarities in these blades, and here's the difference. $75 to $90, and this is what, $130, something like that. So that's what I'm saying, okay? It's just awesome as far as that's concerned. So let's just kind of dive into the knife and just have you take a look at it. Now, I said before, great texturing on these scales. They will wear down on you a little bit as you, carry and use the knife, and that's normal. They do kind of want to grab on your pocket a little bit. I haven't noticed them, tearing out my pocket or anything like that, but that is, something to consider. Now, the action on this thing is truly a thing of beauty. The opening action is, it's just super smooth and just kind of has a precision crafted feel to it. Now, I adjusted the pivot screw ever so slightly to achieve my desired blade tension. And then when it comes to knives like this, what I do is I loosen the pivot up until I start getting a little bit of blade play, and then I tighten it up just enough to remove that. And that usually results in a very flexible action with no sacrifice to the rigidity of, of the action, okay? So I want to talk a little bit about the break-in period. Now, I understand that this may be a little bit arbitrary, maybe a little subjective, but I do my best to notice the subtleties of how each knife breaks in. Now, the action, like I was saying, of the blade moving in and out was smooth from the very beginning, and it has not changed in a noticeable way. The bolt, on the other hand, was very stiff in the beginning. So this part right here, okay, the bolt. Like I was saying, it's very stiff from the very beginning, and although, still much stiffer than my axis locks, it loosened up considerably and is now functional to the point of me being able to mindlessly play with this knife, okay? Now, the ball bearing lock on it, this, I don't know, some people, say that they, ripped off Benchmade, their axis lock, but it is made entirely different. So instead of the Omega springs, what you got in there is you can see that spring down in there with the bolt. So essentially the way that works is, you have a recess in there, and when it comes into place, that spring pushes it forward and provides an awesome lockup for you, okay? Now, we talked about the G10 scales and how, they're great and how they'll subside and all of that. As far as the jimping, they've got this, it's actually really well done here, okay, for those who enjoy jimping. They did have, like, this texturing on the back. Now, I suppose that adds a little bit to grip. It does something to the aesthetics as well, but I do kind of like that. Notice they have jimping on the underside too that really kind of locks your finger in. I mean, really, they have it all over the place, which is nice. Now, it's not to the point where it's, annoying or it's going to get in your way, but it actually is functional. So I do like that. As far as how you can hold this knife, and, they've done this on other knives as well. You have the, your traditional grip here, or if, you need to really bear down on something, you have a very comfortable grip by choking up you know, really digging into this bottom side jimping and then the top side and doing whatever you have to do there, and that's really nice as well, okay? The pocket clip is reduced to tip up carry, which is my preferred method. However, it is tapped on the opposite side for those who either prefer or need a left-hand carry, okay? Also notice the lanyard hole that you can drive a D9 cat through. Look how big that thing is. You'll have no problem getting paracord or pretty much whatever you want in that thing. Lockup is super good. I mean, fantastic. You get the instant sense that this is just a very high-quality knife. Now, as I was saying before, the steel is S30V, which has become a definite favorite of mine as I become more and more familiar with it. What's nice is it's a super well-balanced steel, and it takes a very keen edge and has great corrosion resistance, holds a very good edge, and is not an absolute nightmare to sharpen. Now, all of this in addition to the fact that it's a powder metallurgic steel, which all but guarantees not only a fine grain structure, but a uniform one that results in a very consistent quality control, okay? Now, this knife is definitely built to be, you know, very solid and rugged, excuse me. A byproduct of that is a slightly heavier feel at about 5.2 ounces, okay? You can feel that heft, but it's just instantly apparent, like I was saying, that it's, you know, you're getting quality in your hand here. Now, I did criticize the Sage 3 for the dimension, the breadth of the blade here, okay? And I have to do the same with this one. Now, this takes up a lot of room in your pocket, and I'm not a huge fan of that because I find myself kind of fighting for room in my pocket if that's how you carry your knife there. So that's my one and only criticism on this blade. But that being said, I've noticed just remarkable slicing capabilities, and I believe that's a direct result of the long and gradual grind from the spine to the edge. Its cutting performance is truly outstanding, okay? I mean, it just came razor sharp out of box there. I mean, just amazing. Hair whittling sharp. Now, as far as options and other variants out there, this is just one of those knives that has been done and redone to the hilt. Okay, you've got the G-10 version, you have the FRN version, S30V. They used to, I don't know if they still make it in 154 cm, BD1 tool steel. They have the extra large version, full flat grind version, saber hollow grind, sprint runs, you know, all of that. You know, it was obviously a popular knife if they're doing and redoing it that much, and I can definitely see why. This is, it's just an amazing knife, you guys. If you are looking for, you know, a good Spyderco, don't want to spend like a ton of money, like, you know, some of them can get 150, 200, even more than that, but are looking for something maybe a little higher end than like a Tenacious or a Endura or Delica. This is a fantastic option because you're getting all the materials, fit and finish of the premium models at, like I was saying, I think I paid $77 for this thing. But anyway, very excited about it. Awesome knife. And as always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave your mark in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to give me a, you know, a thumbs up, you know, share, all that stuff. Anyway, until next time, this is Chase Palagi signing off.